me to. I mean, I can do whatever. I'm flexible. Just let me know. Should I look at the camera or? Okay. Yeah, and also I just wanted to say that, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm just letting you know that I look good from any angle. Look good in terms of like my vagina isn't obnoxious, if you know what I mean. It's tasteful. My vagina is actually very conventionally attractive, and I know that's probably like not what I'm supposed to say, because I know that this project is about representation. Maybe a lot of other people will have really weird or unusual genitalia, and they probably talk about like all the shame they felt growing up, and that's great. I mean that's really great, but it's just not like that for me. My vagina has kind of always been like this secret superpower. For a long time, I thought that everyone's vagina looked like mine, because every time I would look up pictures or drawings, which, I mean, it wasn't that often. It's not like I'm like looking up that kind of stuff or anything, but they would basically all just look like mine, so I just kind of assumed that that's what vaginas look like. But then in high school, we had to go to this talk on like teen sex and sexuality, and the women there started talking about like body image and how vaginas come in all different shapes and sizes, with like long labia or little ones, or I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of vaginas, so you probably know the ways that they vary, but at the time it was a total shock for me, because I did not know the way that vaginas vary. I never even really thought about the way my vagina looked before. I had no idea that some people just have it all like that. So when I went home, I looked up the different types of vaginas and what they mean, and that's how I found out that my vagina is conventionally attractive. It's like the kind of vagina they use in porn. I don't know if you like porn. I've never watched porn. I have no opinion on it. I have thought about being a porn star like once or twice, because of my conventionally attractive vagina. I mean, but I'm just not sure I have the personality for it. And I know that as a feminist, you're supposed to like reject beauty standards and all that stuff, but personally, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting my vagina to be beautiful. I mean, I've been blessed with the attractive version of something that most people have the ugly version of. So isn't it kind of my job to embrace that? I think it is. So I take care of it. I wax it every month, sometimes more. Yes. It's incredibly painful, but you get used to that, and it just looks so clean. You'll see. It's like a model vagina. Like somebody could photograph it and put it on the cover of Men's Weekly, like tomorrow. No Photoshop, straight to print. And that feels good. It's better than being just sexy, because there's no expectations. Like I start hooking up with a guy, and he probably thinks I'm gonna have one of those like average ugly vaginas, and then bam, I pull out my vagina, and it's like he's totally floored. I love that feeling. And when I started to notice other people's vaginas, I realized why people might feel insecure about them. I mean, let's be honest, most vaginas aren't pretty. I'm not saying people should feel insecure about what their vaginas look like. I'm just saying that I understand why they might. Like my friend Carrie, her vagina is I mean, to put it nicely, her vagina is not conventionally attractive. And I am not saying that Carrie has an ugly vagina. I would never say anything bad about somebody else's body. I'm just saying that, well, her vagina was like a little weird looking, and it obviously made her feel really insecure. It really clicked for me during our senior trip to Belize when Carrie smoked weed for the first time and she took off all of her clothes in the middle of our hotel room. We had never seen her naked before. She was always like really kind of weird about changing in front of other people, and we always thought it was because she was a lesbian, but that night I realized it was because she was ashamed of her vagina. And I'm really not trying to say anything bad about Carrie here. I'm just saying that having an unattractive vagina, a conventionally unattractive vagina, I mean, it really, really hindered her. It made her feel really bad about herself, you know? And then she never had sex or let anyone see her naked. Well, I guess I can't say she's never had sex because she actually just lost her virginity. Yeah, she called me today to tell me, right before I came here actually, like literally 15 minutes ago. I couldn't believe it. I mean, who loses their virginity at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday? I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but you would think if you had well, I hate to say it, but if you had a conventionally unattractive vagina like Carrie's, you would be even more inclined to have sex for the first time under the cover of darkness, but no, not Carrie. She did it at 3 p.m. with a man named Dale, who's apparently really, really, really kind. I asked her how it was, and you know what she said? It was great. She literally said it was so great. And I said, no, really, but like, how was it physically? Like, how did it feel? And she said, it felt amazing. And I was like, yeah, really, but Carrie, come on, like, it was your first time. How did it feel? Like, didn't it hurt a little bit? And she was like, no, it didn't hurt. And I said, really? Your first time ever having a penis inside you and it didn't hurt at all? And she was like, no. And I was like, Carrie, you don't have to lie to me. It's okay if it hurt a little bit. Like, it's supposed to hurt a little bit. And she said, no, it really didn't hurt. And I said, Carrie, stop fucking lying to me. I know it hurt. And she said, no, it really didn't. It was so awesome. And in fact, I orgasmed. And I said, what the fuck? How would you orgasm your first time having sex? How is that even possible? Because your vagina is fucking disgusting. And my vagina is beautiful. And I have never had an orgasm in my entire life. Sorry. It's just not fair. Because my first time having sex, it hurt. And afterwards, I sat in the bathroom with blood on my leg, and I cried because it was the most painful thing I had ever experienced, and I couldn't tell anyone about it. And it hasn't gotten better. Like, it still hurts. It really hurts. But I always just thought it was worth it.